Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss Windows functions in SQL. So what is mean by Windows function? So Windows function in MySQL operates on every row. That's why it's seen as window by window. It is operating on every row from a selected set of rows. That is nothing but a window and produce an output corresponding to each row. So let we see an example. So Windows function is nothing but each and everything will operate at a row level. So for each and every row, while returning the answer, it will execute certain set of problems, like a set of rows aggregation will happen. For example, let's say I'm taking core prices. Sir, I'm selecting the core prices. Okay. Now I want a sum of price here. Let's say I want a new column as a total price. I want sum of price to be displayed. When you are adding the sum of price here, when you're adding the sum of price here, it is throwing you an error, right? Which is not acceptable, which is not a correct syntax, because you are asking an aggregated function with a non-aggregated columns. Now if I run this, it will giving me an error. But when I add a over is nothing but the indication of Windows function. All the Windows function must be used with over class. Guys, please note Windows function will support a version of 8.0 and above. It will not support in the version which is below 8. Please keep that in your mind. So only version 8 and above will be having this Windows function. Okay. Now when I give sum of price and over class, automatically it is summing up the price and it is returning here in the row. Now listen carefully. Like you said, right? This is execute when each row level. Let's say before printing this 29386244, it want to execute in each and every row level. Correct? Yes or no, guys? So that is the thing. So how it is executing means it is going from here to down and here to the top. Let's say that this is the first row. How it will execute and printing? It is not printing this adding up, and it is not printing here. It is executing at each and every row level. Let's say how it is executing in each and every row level is it is going unbounded preceding and unbounded following. Let's say it is adding up all the rows in below and all the rows in top, and it is giving this value. Coming to this, how it is printing this value is it is not printing the same value. It is executing here also. How? It is going till the top. That means unbounded preceding. It is going unbounded following. I hope you understood how it is printing the values same. It is not like adding up and it is printing it throwing to all the rows. It's not like that. How? For 43492, how it is returning 29386244 is it is going unbounded preceding and it is coming unbounded following. Now if you see here, I will explain you in one step ahead. You can also let's say I'm using, you can also mention here rows between unbounded preceding and unbounded following. Are you able to see here? We're getting the same answer, everyone. So why you see, like this is in the back end. You don't need to write this every time, but I'm just trying to say what is the meaning of rows between unbounded follow preceding and unbounded following means 29386244. Here also I'm getting the same answer, right? So I'm trying to prove that it is executing in each and every row level. I hope you understood, all of you. 29386244 is how in the backend is this rows between unbounded preceding and unbounded following. So let's say you don't want to add backward, only you want to add a frontward means rows between unbounded preceding and current row. What? Current row. If you pass this, are able to see here, it can't go down. It can only go in upward direction. If you see here, why it is printing 71664, it is adding these two and it is printing. It can't go downward direction because you restricted by using the syntax rows between unbounded preceding and current row. Guys, are you able to understand my point? This is why I am saying this as a Windows function. In each and every row level it is executing. How the general concept is unbounded preceding and unbounded following, but if you want to customize that, if you want to customize the Windows function in each row level, you can mention in the overclass rows between unbounded preceding and the current row. That means you are asking to don't go down, only stop at the current row. It will add up all the previous value. Let's say you can see the increasing format. Are you able to see here? 374871. So this is a basic understanding of a Windows function. Okay, so now Windows function is of three types. One is aggregated Windows function, ranking Windows function, and value Windows function. In this video, we are going to discuss aggregated Windows functions. Okay, so already you know what is in my aggregated functions. Guys, what is my aggregated functions? So the aggregated functions is nothing but, guess what is in the aggregated functions? It is nothing but sum, minimum, maximum, count, everything will say it as an aggregated functions. Okay, let me solve some problem now. So I'm just using select star from core prices. Now I want to display the sum of price or else average price. You can use any aggregated function, average of price over. Now this is printing the average price for each and every rows. Sir, now I want this average of price only to be based on the make. For example, I don't want the general average price. If Chevrolet, I want an average price of Chevrolet. If it is Toyota, I want an average price of Toyota. How can I do that? You want to group the make. That's a simple concept. All the Chevrolet want to be grouped. All the Toyota want to be grouped. All the Ford want to be grouped. So if you want to group something inside the Windows function, you want to give partition by. Partition by make. If you're able to see here, right? So all the Chevrolet is grouped at one Chevrolet, and there and its average price is displayed. Guys, I doesn't give anything. I just give in over. I partition. I have given a function called partition by make. It is automatically making all the Chevrolet. It is printing 28678. One when it comes to the Ford, next thing is Ford. It's changing the value. It is printing the average price of Ford in Ford row. I hope you understood each and every whatever the grouping condition you have given here. Based on that, their average price is displayed in this in the function. Sir, is it possible to group one more column? Yes. Let's say if you group make comma model. If you see Chevrolet Accord, you'll get one average. If you come down, Chevrolet Ultima, you'll get another answer. So each and every grouping statement is grouped, and then it is returning the average of prices. Are you able to understand this, guys? Now, is it possible to go in order of year? Right now, it is not in the proper order. So yes, if you give order by year in ascending, automatically what is happening? So 2010 is coming first, then 2011, then 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. Guys, are you able to understand this very clearly? Yes or no, everyone? So very simple. Aggregated Windows function is nothing but you can pass any aggregated functions like average, minimum, maximum, and then it want to have overclass. Inside the overclass, you can apply the partition by any column, so that aggregated function will apply only for that column that you have mentioned inside the partition by. Okay, after that, if you want to make some order to be followed, if you want may order to be followed, you can give order by year, or else without partition by, if you give order by, what is happening? Select star from core prices, select star from core prices. So here I'm giving average of price over order by year. Guys, what is happening now? Year is in increasing order, 10. Are you able to see 10, 11, 12, 13? So like that, the average is also displaying. Are you able to see here? It will also execute row by row. Right now it is printing the same value because we have multiple 2010, right? Yes or no? We have multiple 2010. If you pause the order, automatically this will execute in that order. Let's say instead of 2010, if you have unique values, it will execute row by row. I'll give you a simple example. So I'm opening a dataset called PayPal. See, in this, if you see there is a date, you guys are able to see the date. Now select star comma. I'm just using the sum of amount over order by date. What is happening? So 6 is executing first. It is giving the sum of amount of 6, right? It's adding these two and it is printing here. Now coming to 7, it is adding the 7, and 5 plus 4 is 9. Apart from the 7, it is also adding the previous one. You guys able to understand? Sum means what? It want to add up all the amount, but it want to follow the order of date. So in the date order, first it is sorting the date in ascending order. Then what it is doing? Then it is adding one by one. This it is adding these two because they are having the same date. That's why it's adding the two values and it is printing here. Now coming to the 7, it is also having the same date. It will sum these two and it will add the 14,896 and it is printing as 25,300. If you group it based on ID, if I use partition by ID, order by date, now it is very clear for you guys. See here, ID, what happened? This will apply, this function will apply for each and every IDs. So ID is grouped here, 1 2 3 4, it's grouped. Now this function will execute one by one. If you see here, for ID number 1, what is happening? First, what is happening here? It is grouping the ID, then it is adding up based on the order that you have mentioned. What order you have mentioned? Order by date, correct? So 6 will add first, so 7016. Now coming to 7, it will add 7016 with 4649. It is returning 11,665. So it is following the what? Order by date, but you grouped the ID. I hope you understood what the order will do. It will perform the function based on the order that you have mentioned in the order by. And if you want to repeat this for certain groups, you can go for partition by. So this is a basic understanding of aggregated function and aggregated windows function and windows function and its types. So we will see the application and you can able to see the practice questions also. Now we are done with this video. We will see the ranking windows functions in the upcoming modules. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching this video.